Okay.
IHTM Sports.
Coverage of tonight's game on the
good
Indian Hill
evening.
Television
Here we
Network is
are
a
at
presentation
Tomahawk
of the Indian
Stadium
Hill High School Video
on
Department.
May 4th.
The video department provides the
Beautiful
community
evening.
with educational
Kind of
and
avoided the
school-focused
thunderstorms.
programming through the facilities of the ICRC. The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel.
Again, we're at Tomahawk Stadium. Indian Hill Braves are hosting the Mason Comets in the varsity lacrosse game. This is Mike Fruland. My sidekick, Rob Young, is detained. He'll be along in a little while, but until then, you're stuck with me. We've got the Braves, senior captain Cam McMillan starting in goal, Kai Knorr, Grant Gottdiner, and Brooke McClay at LSM. Bryn Irvine, number 28. Patrick Ferris, number 36, will be taking our face-offs. Eric Fluhoff.
Number 26.
Georgie Favell and Ryan Fixler will start at attack tonight.
Number 28, Bryn Irvine. Number 31, Kai Knorr.
And Jackson Barngrover's the other pole.
Diner. Number 36, Patrick Ferris. Number 44, Matt Sorensen. And between the pipes tonight for the Braves, number 10.
And here come the Mason Comets out to line up at center field. Looks like they're all coming out. Don't know how to pick the starters if the entire team's coming out. Mason's had kind of an unusual season this year. They started off by going up to Columbus area, playing their first several games, and started off had a tough season. But they're playing some top-notch teams. They come in tonight at 6-5, but they've run off 5 straight wins in a row. The Indian Hill Braves, on the other hand, started off real strong and hit a couple bumps in the road along the way, and they come in tonight at 10-4. So now we got Patrick Ferris taking the face-off against Brady Smith. Number 20 is the face-off guy for Mason. Got Bryn Irvine on the wing and Brooke McClay on the other wing, and they're in battling for it. And Brooke McClay comes up with the ball, kicks it down to Ryan Fixler. Don't know if he's got his touch yet. He was outside the box, I think, when he caught it. They're not counting, so maybe they gave him the touch. Owen Taylor comes around top, kicks it back down to Ryan. Ryan dumps it down to Eric Fluhoff at X. He's bringing it across, swings it over to Georgie Favell, number 5. Out top to Otto Ackerman, swings it all the way back out to Owen Taylor, who's going to take a dodge. Slide comes. Owen spins back, looks in the middle on the crease, and goal! The goal is scored. I'm not sure who to credit that one to. I think it's going to go to Jimmy Burnett, and he's tapping himself on the chest saying, that was me, that was me. And that's probably true because the pass came in, took one bounce, went off of Jimmy's stick, and went in the goal. So there's a quick start to the game. So here we go again. Same setup. Bryn Irvine's out on the wing coming in with Brooke McClay. Brooke's also the backup goalie on the team, but he's just been a sensational LSM this season. So he's playing most of his time at long stick midi. Patrick digs back in with Brady Smith, and he pops it out, gets a push. That's going to be, they called withholding on Patrick. So Mason's got their first opportunity. Kicks it down to Xander Wells, 54, at attack, and they spin it around. Brett Townsend, big senior attackman down low, along with Noah Harrison is the other attackman. Middy's swinging it around top. Number 10, Jack Speck, dodges down the alley, takes a quick shot, stopped by Cam. Cam McMillan comes up with the ball, steps back out of the back of the crease, and fires it up to Jackson Barngrove, or no, Matt Sorensen. I'm sorry, Matt Sorensen is at pole down there. R.J. Dean brings it up and gets it into the box with Georgie Favell. Georgie quickly fires it back out to Owen Taylor, swings it back down to Ryan Fixler. Ryan takes it down, gets it back behind the cage to Eric Fluhoff. Back to Georgie, back to Otto Ackerman. Owen Taylor takes a dodge and a save. And ball's bouncing around. The goalie comes up with it. Logan Beach. Number 11, Connor Gary's racing up the middle of the field. Mason's got transition, and they score. Number 27, Noah Harrison, seems to be their shooter. He's got a bunch of goals this year. Right-handed attack. We have a replay coming up on that. It's a very nice transition. See if we can the field. Mason's got transition in. Oh, we're going to the face-off. Same setup. Bryn Irvine on the wing, along with Brooke McClay. Patrick Ferris taking the face-off against Brady Smith. They dig in. Oh, it's not Brady Smith. I'm sorry. It's David Sun taking the face-off for Mason, and Patrick comes up with it and then drops the ball out the back. Bryn Irvine tries to come up with it, still on the ground, and there's Brooke McClay. Brooke Hoover McClay. He's like he's got a vacuum cleaner on the end of that long pole. Bryn Irvine races it up. He's going to get his touch, and he does. Brings it all the way up. Mason's really playing out on D. They're pushing way out to prevent Indian Hill from moving the ball around to X. They bring it back up to Otto Ackerman. Fixler's got it on the wing, kicks it back to Otto. They're just moving it back and forth to get the defense moving. Down to Fluhoff, over to Georgie, a little high. Georgie fumbles the ball but comes up with it. Back out to Owen Taylor. Owen fires it out, low pass, comes loose, and it's going to be picked up by David Sun of Mason, and he's running up the sideline. They throw the ball into the ground. Couple of sloppy turnovers here by both teams so far. Cam McMillan comes up with the ball, slowly walking it up, looking for someone to pass it to. Over to Grant Gottdiner. Grant Gottdiner to Kai Knorr. Kai Knorr gets the ball knocked loose, and it's up in the air. Alex Major comes up with it, and he gets pushed out of bounds. What's the call? There's no call. Ball didn't go out. Now it's out of bounds. It's going to go back to Mason. Connor Speck races up the middle of the field, kicks it off to the wing, back to the middle, and a shot over the top of the cage by Jack Speck. It's backed up behind by Noah Harrison. He brings it back into play at X. Noah kicks it out to 51, Brett Townsend. Spins it out top. Number 36, Mitty, tries to take the alley dodge and fires and scores. Justin Miller, 36, looked like he was taking a dodge, and then he was going to back it out, and at the last second he let it go, and I think it kind of fooled Cam. He didn't think he was shooting. So it's with 7:39 left. It's Mason 2, Indian Hill Braves 1. We're back at the X with Patrick Ferris. Patrick wins it clean and runs straight up the middle. Fires it up to Georgie Favell. Nice win by Patrick. He's had a fantastic season. Patrick's just a freshman, and he's got to be somewhere around 75% on the season for faceoffs, which is just a phenomenal number if you're familiar with lacrosse and faceoffs. That's, if you're over 50%, you're doing really good, and he's just been dominating the competition all season. Spin it back around. Owen's going to take a dodge from the top, goes to his left. He's got an alley, a shot, and a save. Nice save by the goalie. It was a bounce shot. And here comes Mason. LSM, Zach Holliday brings the ball up, kicks it over to Connor Gary, who kicks it down to Brett Townsend, 51. He's being harassed by Grant Gottdiner. He brings it back across the top, and there's a flag down and the ball's down. So Indian Hill's going to go down a man. I suspect that's going to either be a hold or a slash on 35 Grant Gottdiner, and it's a slash, so that'll be a 1-minute penalty. So Brett Townsend will start with the ball out on the wing. He's got Justin Miller, guy who just scored the goal, out there, along with Eric Thomas, 28, is on the man-up unit with Jack Speck, very fast midfielder for Mason. They spin the ball around. Good pressure by Jake Young. Oh, another nice shot by Eric Thomas right over the shoulder of Cam McMillan. Sun is right in Cam's face. I mean, that's a shot that Cam saves 99 times out of 100, and it just didn't look like he reacted. I wonder if he saw it coming. We got shot off to the. I just don't think Cam saw it coming. The sun was right in his face. We've got a little bit of cloud cover here now, but when it pops open, that sun is very bright, and I think it was just a bad timing. So with 6:24 left in the first quarter, Mason's up 3-1. Patrick's fighting for the ball again, and the whistle, and that's going to be a violation on Mason, and Indian Hill comes up with possession. Brent Irvine steps in to get the touch. Carries it across the top to waiting Owen Taylor, start the offense. Owen sends it down to Georgie Favell. Georgie swings it back to X to Eric Fluhoff. Eric over to Ryan Fixler. Back out to Otto Ackerman, back around to Owen Taylor. Owen takes another dodge to the left. Oh, and a high-to-high shot that comes off the cage. Oh, ground ball. It's loose on the ground, and 42, Bailey Bowen from Mason comes up with the ball. and shoots, and Cam makes the save.
Save, Kevin Miller.
And quickly kicks it out to Otto Ackerman, who's going to race up the field. He's got a man coming, but he's made it past midfield. And he comes in, gets his touch, and now he turns on the Jets and runs into a double team and loses the ball. Zach Holliday, the number 3 for Mason, comes up with it, and he's off and running the other way. A strong ride by Georgie Favell and Ryan Fixler, but Mason comes across with it. 55, Nick Bastico clears the ball. And Mason sets up their offense with Jack Specht at the top. Mason seems content to settle down a little bit here, which is unusual. I've seen a couple of their games, and they are not afraid to put the ball on cage. There's another shot, and it's going to stay with Mason. It was a good hustle on Cam McMillan's part to try and get back there, but was beat to the ball by, I believe, Noah Harrison was closest to the ball when it went out. So Mason spins it back around. Mitty comes to the top, big shot. Shoots wide, backed up by Mason. They're going to get another attempt here. It's not uncommon for Mason to shoot 40 and even 50 times in the game. They really pull the trigger quick. Here comes Xander Wells around the corner and scores on a wraparound goal. That was just a simple wraparound goal. He held the ball close to his chest and wrapped around his defender and extended his arms and ripped it as soon as he got above goal line extended and popped it in. So now it's 4-1 with 4:14 left still in the first quarter. Patrick Ferris again at the faceoff X. There's another violation. Not sure what they're calling. It's going against Indian Hill. Mason will come up with the ball, and they come in and get their touch. Brady Smith gets the touch, and he's racing off the field. Mason will settle it down until they get their offense in. Specht has got the ball. Coming in is number 41, Austin Croy at midfield. Specht goes back to Wells. Wells takes it to X, kicks it out the top to 41, Austin Croy. Another shot, this time by Noah Harrison, the right side attackman. And Brett Townsend will bring the ball in from the left side and throws a wild pass over the top, and that looks like it's going to go out, and it does. It's going to go back to Indian Hill. Evan Youngblood, number 3, picks up the ball, and he's going to get the clear, brings it up, passes it off, and another bad pass and out of bounds. We've had just a lot of really sloppy turnovers so far this early in this quarter. I think both teams just need to settle down a little bit. And Parker Hobson, number 50, deep hole, is going to bring the ball up, and he also throws a bad pass, and it's on the ground. 55, Nick Bastico comes up with the ball. Number 9, Ethan Fetters has the ball, and he gets swamped with a couple of Indian Hill Braves, and there's a flag down, and Indian Hill's going to go down again. That's also a slash. It'll be another 1-minute penalty. So Indian Hill's not doing themselves any favors so far in the penalty department. They've had a couple so far and haven't yet been man up. So Specht brings it in. They move the ball around very quickly and get their hands free, and number 36, Justin Miller, pops in another goal. That's 2 for him.
Top goal scored by number 36, Justin Miller.
So it's 5-1 Mason. Indian Hill's going to have to make some adjustments here. Mason's just simply moving the ball around and shooting it as soon as they get their hands free. So at the face-off X, Indian Hill's certainly done their part at getting the possession of the ball. I think Ferris has only lost one face-off and had another one on a violation. Oh, and this one's going to go to Brady Smith. He takes the ball right up the field and gets his touch. Down to Xander Wells, kicks it around. Oh, and they got a cutting Jack Speck down the middle. And the ball's knocked down, kicked back into Cam McMillan's stick. Kind of a sloppy clear, but Indian Hill comes up with it. R.J. Dean's going to get the touch, and he does. And he kicks it back over to Owen Taylor to set up the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here. Otto Ackerman on the wing. Back out to Owen at the top. In comes Jimmy Burnett going down to the crease. Georgie Favell on the right side. Otto Ackerman takes the ball the opposite direction. Kicks it back to Eric Fluhoff at X. Oh, it's Ryan Fixler at X. Around to Georgie Favell, and he drops the ball. Ball's on the ground. And Mason comes up with the ball. Mestizo comes up with it. Kicks it back over to Connor Gary, number 11. He races up the field and looked like they were going into transition, and Xander Wells thought better of it and spun it back out. Kick it out to the top to Speck to set up their offense. So Justin Miller, the goal scorer, starts with the ball at the top. Fumbling the ball around a little bit, but come back up with it and come back in for the dodge. Xander Wells fires a shot off the pipe. Recovered by Mason, kicks it back out to Speck. Speck will come back out top. Try a dodge from up top. Reverses direction, goes inside, tries to dump a pass down to number 28, Eric Thomas, but it goes off of his stick. Grant Gottheimer comes up with the loose ball. Ball's back on the ground again. Indian Hill's having a heck of a time clearing. It's still on the ground. Ball is still down. It's got to be 47, Josh. Damgig comes up with the ball. And Justin Miller gets the touch. And Mason once again has the ball on offense, get a man free with his hands, and they're going to shoot every time. That time it was a little off cage. There was nobody back, so Indian Hill will get the ball. Cam McMillan retreats back to behind the cage to pick up the ball. And that's the end of the first quarter. Indian Hill with 1 and the Mason Comets with 5. So I think Indian Hill's going to have to sit and have a chat and figure out exactly what's going on. It seems like Mason is getting a lot of open shots from out top. Sure.
Coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network is a presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. The Video Department provides the community with educational and school-focused programming through the facilities of the ICRC. The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school.
Okay, so about to start the second quarter here, and Mason came out really strong and came out really fast. I think everybody kind of expected that. They've they're a team that is not shy to shoot. They put the ball on cage a lot. I'm curious to see now with the sun at the other end of the field if maybe our fortunes will change here a little bit, and maybe the goalie's pointing up at the sun right now. Maybe we should close the roof. I think if they put the roof up, I think it would be better for the goalies. But
don't forget to hit the concession stand, folks. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, chicken fries, JK chili.
I know Mason is a high volume shooting team. I would have expected the outside shots wouldn't have affected us quite as much as they have, but I really think that the Sun may have had a part in that. Cam has had just a fantastic season so far this year, stopping shots, and there were quite a few that got in that I think if he were seeing the ball.
You want to help us test it? Check.
Patrick Ferris comes up with a face-off, kicks down to Alex.
Zach, can you hear me?
Georgie Favell brings it out, kicks it out to Owen Taylor. So Owen Taylor kicks it to Otto Ackerman. Otto kicks it down to Ryan Fixler. Fixler goes back to Flew at X. Flew's racing around the side, kicks it back out top to Owen Taylor, swings it around to Otto. Otto's coming down the alley, reverses it back out, back to Owen. Owen Taylor's going to take a dodge to the left, and shot and save by Logan Beach. High to high shot right into Logan Beach's stick. So the sun didn't seem to be in his eyes on that. Mason comes down and very quickly puts another shot on cage. It's tipped out of bounds. Looks like Brett Townsend might have stumbled and twisted his ankle or something. He was hobbling a little bit, but he's back up and running now. Back out to Specht, who kicks it back out to Justin Miller. Specht and Miller just playing catch at the top a little bit to get things warmed up. Oh, and a shot by Brett Townsend from the wing right over the top of Cam McMillan. So that makes it 6-1 with 10:43 left in the second quarter. So very, very quick start for Mason. They came out and they put some numbers up on the board. I would fully expect that this game won't continue to be this lopsided. I think that these are much more evenly matched teams than the score would indicate right now. Patrick Ferris again wins the faceoff, comes up with the faceoff. It's loose on the ground. Ryan Fixler tries to scoop it up and misses, and it goes back the other direction. And Brady Smith takes the ball up, gets the touch, kicks it back down. Back to Jack Speck at the top. Jack Speck is pretty clearly the quarterback of this offense. Justin Miller's at the top now, passing the ball back and forth. They go back down to the wing. 27 is the shooter, and he does shoot, and it's just off cage, but it's backed up by Mason. Number 31, Skylar Wallen, is now in at attack, on the left side attack. Big 51, Brett Townsend takes the ball and spins it around. They get it back out top. Number 28, Eric Thomas, kicks it over to Justin Miller. Justin Miller makes a move to the center. Oh, a nice quick catch and shoot by Noah Harrison, but it's just off the pipe, bounces back out. Mason's really moving the ball very nicely. There's a big overhand shot by Brett Townsend coming around the cage and was well wide of the cage. Backed up by number 31, Skylar Wallen, who's now in at lefty attack. Bounce shot, again, backed up by Noah Harrison. Noah Harrison will bring it in at X. Referee blows it live, and spinning the ball around again. Noah Harrison on the left side now, which is a little bit of an inversion for him. He's usually over on the right side, but they got their attackman swapped around here a little bit. Here's Justin Miller with the ball up top, kicks it back to Speck, takes a look inside and then kicks it around to the wing. Skyler, oh, another shot off the pipe, covered by Justin Miller. Jack Speck gets the ball back to Miller, down to 27, and Noah Harrison just pops a bounce shot in underneath Cam McMillan.
Check. Zach, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Here's a replay of Noah Harrison just getting the ball and very quickly popping it down low underneath Cam, near side pipe. And the score is now 7-1 with 8:36 left in the half. Patrick Ferris back out to X.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Patrick wins it again, wins it clean. Brooke McClay comes from the wing and picks it up. Brendan Irvine takes the ball, gets the touch, spins it back around, and he'll carry it. Owen Taylor comes in from the box to set up the offense. Owen kicks it down to Eric Fluhoff, who kicks it down to Jimmy Burnett, kicks it over to Wyatt Fruland on the right side attack now to Cole Warbrick. Cole Warbrick takes a dodge, comes back out. Cole's got his man. It's the ball knocked loose. Ball's on the ground. Mason comes up with it. Still on the ground. Jimmy Burnett's fighting for it with the deep hole. Bounce pass back to the goalie. And it looks like Mason's going to escape this one. That was dangerous territory back there for a minute. Number 50, Parker Hobson, brings the ball up, gets the touch, and then kicks it back out to Connor Gary to set up the offense. Jack Speck comes across midfield, set up at the top. Fires it down to the corner to Brett Townsend. Over to the top to Ethan Fetters. This is Skyler number 51 Townsend with the ball now. Back out to the top to Fetters. Over to Speck. Speck's searching around looking for somebody to fire to. Back to Fetters. And Hill seems to be pushing out a little bit more on defense here and force a bad pass, and out of bounds it goes back to Indian Hill. So maybe that's what they need to do, is put a little bit more pressure on these outside shooters and force a pass or force a turnover. Cam McMillan launches a long clearing pass all the way up the field to Jackson Barngrover. Jackson kicks it back to Owen Taylor, and then he retreats back across the line. Cole Warbrick will cross. Owen Taylor brings it to the side, kicks it back out top to Cole Warbrick. Warbrick fires it down to Eric Fluhoff, but it's just off the top of his stick on a little bit of a high pass and out of bounds back to Mason. So Mason's Parker Hobson, number 50, will bring it in and kick it to Logan Beach, the goalie. The goalie will walk it up the middle. Sends a clear up to 14, Sean Mather. And Sean Mather will step in, get his touch, and Mason will swing it back to X and spin it around and set up their offense. Here comes 36, Justin Miller. Out to 28, Eric Thomas, back to Miller. Miller's going to take a dodge. And jukes his defender. Passes off, a fake shot, and the ball goes up in the air. Indian Hill comes back with it. Kind of a risky pass back to Cam McMillan, but he comes up with it. Jackson Barngrover spins it around, gets it to R.J. Dean, and the ball bounces off R.J.'s stick and goes out of bounds. We've just had an abundance of sloppy turnovers both ways, but particularly here's Grant Gontdiner coming up with a loose ball. Spins it all the way back to Cam McMillan, who fires it forward to Grant Gontdiner. Grant's going to bring it up. Sends it forward, and it's knocked down. Ball still on the ground. Some very sloppy lacrosse being played here right now. Jackson comes up with the ball, but they're going to have to get moving here. They're going to get a failure to advance. There's Eric Fluhoff, and he's got to get in and get his touch. They're counting him, and he makes it. Big shot. Pass across, intercepted by the goalie, but there's a flag down, and Indian Hill will go man up.
Hi, Mike.
Are you on?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I can't hear you. I mean, I can always hear you. Rob Young just walked into the booth, ladies and gentlemen. He's a little bit late getting here tonight. I think he was in traffic or something like that. Church traffic. So probably what I'll do here is at the end of, in 4 minutes and 42 seconds, if our other headset is not working, I'll pass it off to Rod, and then I'll do some spotting, and you can hear the sweet tones of Rob Young's voice for the second half. Here comes Indian Hill, and they're man up. Out top, we got Alex Major, Eric Fluhoff down to Jimmy Burnett. Jimmy bounces it off a Mason pole and out of bounds. Georgie Favel's going to bring it back in. And here we go. Georgie brings it in from the wing. Fakes a pass to Jimmy. Then he goes to Jimmy with it. Jimmy bobbles it. Throws it back to Georgie. Goes down to Owen Taylor. He's got very little angle from there. All the way across to Bryn Irvine, who dodges to the middle and scores. A beautiful dodging, weaving score by Bryn Irvine off the pass by Georgie Favel. And I think I see Georgie limping off the field. I think Georgie, he's had some issues with his hip. And sure enough, here comes freshman Wyatt Fruland back in the game to take Georgie's spot.
The German.
So 7-2 with 4:14 left in the half. And Brooke McClay's on the near wing. Bryn Irvine's on the far wing. And Patrick Ferris is at the X, taking the face-off, I presume, against Brady Smith. I can't see for sure. They've had a couple of different guys taking face-offs. There's a violation against Patrick, and Mason's going to bring the ball up and get the touch as Patrick races off and is replaced by R.J. Dean at the defensive end. Connor Gary's also racing off the field and gives the ball back to the quarterback, Jack Speck. Looks at the field, swings it over to Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is going to take a dodge, kicks it back across to 36, Justin Miller. Got a couple goals already. He's dodging and weaving around looking for an opening. I think he wants another goal. And there's a flag down. And shot saved by Cam McMillan, but Indian Hill's going to go man down. Not sure what that call is. Might be a hold. Off cage, but it's backed up by Mason. They're going to get the ball back. Kicks it all the way out to 51. Big Townsend shot by 27. Boy, that he doesn't hesitate to shoot. Noah Harrison, if he's got the ball and he's got a window, he's going to take a shot. And there he goes again. Tries to shoot again to wrap around, and I believe he's in the crease. Yes, he is. The ball bounced harmlessly back behind the crease, but he fell into the crease, and so Indian Hill's got the ball back. Cam McMillan racing up the middle, gets hit in the middle. Matt Sorensen's trying to come up with it, but Mason will come up with it. Try to pass it over to the side. Matt Sorensen racing for the ball. It's out of bounds. It's going to be Indian Hill ball. Matt Sorensen will bring the ball in. good defense on Mason. Matt Sorensen recovers with it and kicks it back safely to Cam McMillan. But that burned about 7 or 8 seconds, and now there's kind of a rush to get. Oh, and there's got to be a push. There's a push and a flag. So Indian Hill's going to go man up. Clear went to Davis Wilson, and he got hit right in the back by a Mason defender. So we get to see Indian Hill's man up team once again. Here comes Georgie Vavell. He's got a big right hand, but he's got a gimpy leg. We'll see how he holds up here. Maybe they'll just put Georgie in on man up and hopefully get him the ball with his hands free. Alex Major comes racing up the middle. Looked like he was just going to keep going, then he thought better of it. Kicks it over to Jimmy Burnett. Georgie makes a pass. It gets knocked down by Mason. And Mason's Zach Holliday just dodges through 3 or 4 Indian Hill players and goes right up the field. Passes it off to 31. Skylar Walland, and it bounces behind the cage, not out of bounds, but it's backed up by Mason. So Mason brings the ball in. Ball goes down. Alex Major comes up with the ball, and he's racing down the field. He's going to get the touch. Tries to dodge inside and is stopped by the defense. Owen Taylor will start the offense at the top. Takes it down the left side. Kicks it to Jimmy Burnett. Takes it back to X to Xander Johnston. Another freshman attackman in the game. Xander brings it back out. Kicks it out to Owen Taylor. And Chuck Long, senior captain Chuck Long, comes in the game. He finds himself down on the crease while Owen Taylor runs the deep hole around up top for a while. I think he's trying to get him some room to get around him, and he does get around him. Now when the slide comes, he's going to go around that too. With 1 minute left in the half, Otto Ackerman brings the ball around top. Spins it the other way. Eric Fluhoff back to Jimmy Burnett at X. Jimmy dodges, falls down, gets back up, and we've got a timeout. Indian Hill, probably a smart timeout. Didn't seem like we were going anywhere with that. So with 39 seconds left in the half, Mason is up 7-2 over your Indian Hill Braves. Not a great start for Indian Hill. The second quarter's been a little bit better, but there's been a lot of very sloppy passes and drop balls, and just the possession game has, other than at the X, at the face-off X, the possession game has not gone Indian Hill's way. Patrick Ferris has won the vast majority of his face-offs. He's had a couple of violations that gives the ball to Mason, but other than that, he's done a great job of winning the possession of the ball, maintaining possession of the ball, and coming up with a solid offensive effort has not been that great. So here we go with 39 seconds left. We got Xander Johnston, freshman, going to be down at X. We got Wyatt Fruland, freshman, is going to be down at right attack. Eric Fluhoff, sophomore, is going to be down at left attack. Jimmy Burnett, sophomore, is going to be the crease midi. And up top, you got Owen Taylor, who's a junior, and Otto Ackerman, who is a senior. And let's see what they can come up here with 39 seconds left after out of the timeout. See if Coach McKay came up with a great offensive play. Owen Taylor dodges to the left. He's coming down, takes a big shot, out of bounds, backed up by Xander Johnston. Xander brings it back in with 29 seconds left. Dodges his man around the wing. Kicks it back out to Owen Taylor. Owen comes over to Otto Ackerman. Otto takes it down the right side, spins it back to the middle, back out to Owen, who's wide open, way out top. Owen takes another bounce shot, and there's another flag down. Now with 8.3 seconds left, I think it would be wise of the Braves to just hold this ball for 8 seconds and go into the second half with the possession.
1 minute slash.
So 1 minute slashing penalty, so that would give them about 52 seconds of man up, and they can give Patrick a little bit of a rest. Maybe Patrick can go get a cheeseburger and a Gatorade at halftime and take a break to start the next half, and they will do just that. Eric Fluhoff brings the ball in. The clock is running down. 3, 2, 1, and hold on to the ball. And that's the end of the first half. Mason Comets come in and kind of shock the Indian Hill Braves. They're up 7-2 at halftime, and the Braves are going to go in and talk about this one and figure out just exactly what they can do to come back from this. It seemed like a very evenly matched game up to this point. The turnovers and the bad passing and the great shooting from Mason. Honestly, they are a very high volume shooting team, and they've been hitting the goal tonight. So this is Mike Fruland. I'll be turning over the microphone to Rob Young in the second half, and I'll be here helping him spot players. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel. For playback times in your area, call the ICRC at 772-4272 or visit their website at www.icrctv.com. Coverage of Braves.
make those mistakes against this defense.
We can.
1, 2.
I can't hear. Okay, now
1, 2.
I guess I do hear you. You're in the kind of echoey, but
1, 2, 3.
yep, I got it. They're working. Okay, are we on? All right.
Welcome,
we're
ladies and
back
gentlemen,
here.
back to
There's Rob
Tomahawk
Young.
Stadium. I'm Rob Young with Mike Fruland in the booth tonight, bringing you Braves lacrosse versus the Mason Comets. At halftime, the Braves trail the Comets 7-2. Some notable saves by Cam McMillan. Mike, some of the things I noticed coming here late in the second quarter, Braves are having a difficult time in clearing and keeping control of the ball. Patrick Ferris, fabulous at the face-off, 80% as a freshman. Lots of good things to come from him in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Patrick is actually having a very typical night tonight. People would watch this and think, oh my gosh, here's this freshman coming in just dominating Mason's face-off guy, but that's nothing less than what he's done all season so far. And you're right, the problem has been maintaining the possession. We just haven't seemed to be able to put anything together on offense.
So the Braves are going to start this second quarter here man up with about 52 seconds left in the call. At the end of the half, there was a slashing call against Mason. So let's see if the Braves can convert on this man-up opportunity. They had a great man-up opportunity the last time.
Another bad pass to the ground. Eric Fluhoff, just kind of a sloppy, lazy pass. Jimmy Burnett comes around back to Owen Taylor. Owen Taylor down to Wyatt Fruland. Wyatt Fruland back to Owen Taylor. Another bad pass.
And this will be a turnover on the Braves. Mason will take this ball over at the midfield.
There have been so many bad low passes tonight, Rob, and it's not raining. It's a nice night.
And the Braves need to get back on defense as the Mason Comets push it quick. That's nice save by McMillan.
Xander Wells back in at left side attack, although he's over on the right side right now. Brett Townsend and Xander are kind of in the same space, and Brett Townsend moves to the crease. Xander Wells comes back to his natural left-hand position right now. Dodges around, gets some space, kicks it out to Jack Speck. Swings it over to Brady Smith. And he drops the ball. It's just
Alex Major coming up with the ground ball
Alex
here.
Major makes a really nice.
Major coming up to midfield. Can he hold on to the ball? That's going to be the question.
Comes back to the middle. Here we go.
Comes back to the middle. He's
we had some transition, and he gave it up and kicked it back to Evan Youngblood. So Evan will bring it back over and deposit the ball to Owen Taylor. Owen sets the offense up, and
we're back to even play here, folks. 6-on-6 as the Comets were successful at shutting down that man-up opportunity by the Braves.
Eric Fluhoff comes from the X and brings the ball around. Spins the ball around the side. He's still dodging. Shovels it out to Wyatt Fruland, who comes up with the ball, kicks it back out to Owen Taylor. Owen over to Otto Ackerman, back to Owen. Back to Otto. Indian Hill's just got to come up with a little bit of fluid motion here.
Fluhoff, the Germans.
The Germans. We got Fruland and Fluhoff and
Ackerman.
Fixler and Ferris. A lot of F's. Otto Ackerman kicks the ball back out to Owen Taylor. Owen Taylor's going to take a little bit of a dodge from the left side and fires high and over the top, backed up by Xander Johnston.
Johnson will
Xander
start this
Johnston
ball.
brings it in, kicks it out to Wyatt Fruland. Wyatt out to Owen Taylor. Owen all the way across to Otto Ackerman on the other side. Otto gets a little bit of a breathing room, fires a shot.
Saved by Beach. This ball will be Mason's ball.
Beach clears it out. Up to Connor Gary. Connor Gary brings it all the way up, gets a one-man clear. Kicks it down to Townsend. Townsend over to Xander Wells.
So, Mike, one thing I've noticed on several clear attempts by Mason, Indian Hill is not riding very hard, and they quickly score. Justin Miller.
Justin Miller has really hurt the Braves on his hard shots tonight. He shoots a lot, and he shoots really hard, and he's made 3 now. That's his hat trick.
So, Mike, Braves are caught in transition. They are unable to get the play settled. Mason gets them on their heels, and Justin Miller fires another one. I think that's his hat trick tonight.
That was his third for the night, and he was just coming in and out of the box, and apparently just wasn't picked up. So he just raced right in, received the pass. But Patrick Ferris again doing his job. Oh, fumbling the ball around. It's still on the ground. It's
Ferris on the ground.
We've seen this other times this year that the 50-50 balls just aren't going Indian Hill's way. Oh, there's a hard shot.
It was clean, though.
Brent Irvine comes up with the ball and just gets hit hard.
Saved by McMillan.
Nice save by Cam
McMillan.
by Townsend. Hard,
Out to
high shot.
Barngrover.
Barngrover's bringing the ball up. He's going to get his touch. Makes a fake. Gets the ball knocked loose. Comes up with it. Another low pass, and it's going to be saved, luckily, by Cole Werber coming in from the bench. What's
Failure to advance.
I guess they didn't get it in 30 seconds.
And Braves in transition
So
defense again. This has
Jake
not
Young
been a good
coming
thing.
in to pick up the number 14. That's Sean Mather.
And there it was, transition.
Oh,
another save by
save by
McMillan
Cam.
is saving this defense. If it was not for McMillan, this game would be already over.
Long clear up to midfield. Doesn't get through. And Mason comes back with it again. It's just Indian Hill's having a difficult time getting the ball and then keeping the ball.
So Mason's going to set their offense up here. They're going to settle it down. They're going to spin the ball around. They'll typically go left to right. I believe that's
31 Skyler back down to number 9, Ethan Fetters. Fetters kicks it down to Xander Wells. Back out top to Austin Croy.
Shot.
Austin Croy shoots, and
That's
it
wide.
goes out. It's backed up by 31 Skyler Wallen.
Comets back up their own shot. Bring it in on the end.
Wallen brings the ball in. Brings it across. A pick set by Townsend.
quick.
Oh, quick shot over to Xander Wells, and he dumps it in over Cam McMillan.
So
Not sure where the backside defense was there, Rob.
no, here comes the replay. What you're going to see here is two guys slide to the right side. They're going to get it to the weak side, and a great assist by Wells, who dumps it on in. Nothing McMillan can do when you've got a guy standing on your doorstep. So Ferris has been the highlight for the Braves tonight. Let's see if he can win another face-off. Something else I've noticed, Mike, that I'm really concerned about for the Braves going into the postseason. Physicality is beating them. I've seen a lot of Braves on the ground from hits by Mason. They're clean hits, they're strong hits, and Ferris wins the pinch again, but is unable to get any help from his wing player. And Mason will get control of the ball here
And throw it out of bounds.
Throw it
So
out of
that's going
bounds.
to go back to Indian Hill.
So it'll be Indian Hill's ball.
Jackson Barngrover will bring the ball in.
A lot of
Whistle blows.
unforced errors on both teams right now. Barngrover looking to fake, gets it up. He's coming across the field and gets
Need to give it
trapped,
up.
and he's rolling it.
Oh,
And Owen Taylor
Taylor.
picks it up. Not a very, in my opinion, not a smart play.
No, it wasn't, but Owen had a little bit of a window there, and I would think that under the circumstances you might want to push a little bit to get a quick score, and I think there was an opportunity maybe that was lost there. I think if he had to do that again, Owen might just pick that up and race right down the middle. Didn't look like there's anybody guarding him. Nice feed to the middle and a
Nice.
score.
That's how we score. That's how Mason's been scoring. That's how the Braves have scored. That was
Braves
Fluhoff.
goal scored by number 25.
Davis Wilson comes in, and
And here comes the replay.
Assist on the play
see
by number
Fluhoff
25.
from
Fluhoff
X.
to Wilson for a great quick put in over the shoulder of the goalie.
That's what we need.
The Braves have to play that kind of lacrosse. They've got to get the defense off balance, moving and moving that ball around quickly, not with their feet, but with their sticks. And that's how we can score and get this game back into control.
We're Patrick Ferris at the face-off X.
So Ferris going again, has had great success tonight. He's won the pinch
won
again.
it again now. Let's get
Let's
it
see
up
if he
in
can
the
get some
air.
help from his wing guys. Wing guys
Brooke
McClay's
McClay
got
comes
it.
up with it.
Throws it away
back over to
quickly.
Bryn Irvine,
They're getting it back to McMillan. McMillan will set the clear here. Let's see if he can patiently wait for the open man. Mason's doing a great job of covering the ride. It's to Gottdiner. Gottdiner up to, it's going to be Fluhoff.
Throws it past Fluhoff, but luckily Owen Taylor's there to come up with it. Kicks it back down to Xander Johnston. He's going to take it on the wing, and he's going to just carry it all the way back to X because the Mason
Xander's going to push it up around the crease, gets a dump quick.
Oh,
a nice
save.
Feed
to Cole
and that's going to be
a
penalty on 29. That'll be a, let's see what they call here. It's probably going to be a it's a push with possession. It'll be a 30-second penalty. Let's see if the Braves can get their man-up deep offense working here. That was a great pass.
It's a good look. Good
into
catch.
Wahlberg. Great save by the Mason goalie to keep it out, but a penalty with a push with possession. So it's 3-9 with 5:06 left here in the third quarter as the Braves are in a man-up opportunity.
Spinning it around. Alex Major back over to Bryn Irvine. Bryn Irvine. Eric Fluhoff, I guess, is down on the wing down there. Alex Major back to Jimmy Burnett. Jimmy Burnett's got it at the top. Kicks it down to Owen Taylor. Back out to Jimmy. To Alex. Alex looking.
About 10 seconds left in this penalty.
Oh, Bryn can't come up with the pass.
And we're back to even.
And we're even, and the ball's on the ground again. It's a 50-50 ball. Bryn's going to fight through, and he's going to win the ground ball.
He's got the defense off balance. Gets
Pass
it out
to Wyatt Fruland.
Fruland fires and
bounce shot
save.
over the top.
So the freshman Fruland takes a shot. It's a little off shot, but it's a great bounce. Goalie gets his stick on it and makes the save. Mason will bring this ball out of their defensive end. I don't like the way we're riding, Mike.
No, we're not.
We're not playing physical
no,
like they are.
We got to get a body.
We're not playing with our. We're not playing with our feet.
Guys.
You know, Coach McKay always was notorious for teaching guys to play defense.
Mason puts the ball on the ground. They've had their share of sloppy passes and turnovers tonight too, but it seems like they come back and
McMillan with another great save.
McMillan with the save for the Braves.
It's going to go back to Townsend backing it up. He'll be covered by Grant Gottdiner.
And we're getting substitutions coming in here. R.J. Dean in for the Braves, playing defensive midi.
Jack Speck got the ball at the top with Alex Major on him. Kicks it back.
I do like the way Mason is moving the ball, though.
I've noticed, Rob, that they move the ball one way, and there's
McMillan
a
with
shot
another
on
save.
Page.
Grant Gottdiner fighting for the ground ball.
But once again, that's Grant Gottdiner. He's maybe our single most physical player, and just couldn't come up with that ground ball.
Jake Young trying to defend Xander Wells,
and
nice
Xander
Wells puts
Xander
a push
Wells
shot
has got very
right past
moves and a good left
McMillan in
hand.
the upper corner. So it's 10-3 here with 3:11 left in the third quarter. Mike, here comes the replay. Braves get off balance defensively, off of ball movement, and bad footwork by the defense. And Wells just does a nice little push shot right past McMillan. So Ferris is back at the face-off X. We've got Irvine and McClay on the wings for the Braves. And Ferris has won the pinch again. He's not getting any help.
Zach Holiday coming in to pick up the loose ball.
Zach Holiday with the ground.
Oh, Eric Fluhoff goes offsides.
No, he didn't go offside because there were still.
Number 9, Ethan Fetters, comes up with it on the wing for Mason, kicks it back out to the top. 41 kicks it down to Logan Townsend. Townsend brings it up to the top, back out to Speck.
Speck's going one-on-one on Dean. Dean stops him.
Oh,
He gets
one more
past
move
him.
goes around. It's number 9. I believe that's Fetters. Spins it around to Jack Speck, who crashes down the middle and scores. They,
Mason
they
has
just
the
moved the ball very
combination
well.
to move that ball well. They get the defense sliding to one side. They overload the other side, get the dish off to an open guy coming down the middle onto the crease and putting it right past Cam McMillan. Here it comes. So you're going to see they're going to go left to right here. They get it over on the right side. Our defense collapses, overloading the right side, and there's the open guy getting past his man in the middle. And that's how you beat a defense. So Ferris is at the X again. He's winning the pinches. He's not getting help from his wingman. We got to get the wingman in there winning the ground balls.
There's a violation, and that one's going in Indian Hill's favor, so Patrick Ferris will run off the field. Bryn Irvine will bring the ball up. Gets his touch. Brings it back around to Owen Taylor. Owen Taylor sets up at the top. We had 1:44 left in the third quarter.
Walbrick, Taylor,
Cole Warbrick,
Long,
Xander Johnston,
Wyatt.
and Eric Fluhoff. As Wyatt Fruland on the wing. Kicks it out to Owen Taylor. Owen back across to Cole Warbrick. Warbrick takes the dodge down the alley.
Gets it back out to Taylor.
He was looking
Taylor's
up for
going
somebody.
one-on-one.
Taylor's got a big left hand. There it is.
Fires. A great
it
save by
bounces
Beach.
off. That bounced off defender, then off the goalie, and then out of bounds. Backed up by Xander Johnston. Xander brings the ball up to the top to Cole Warbrick. Cole quickly fires it over to Owen Taylor. Owen down to Wyatt Fruland. Back to Owen. Over to Cole Warbrick. Cole's going to take another alley dodge. Trying to get his hands free. He's looking up. He's looking in the middle for someone cutting across, and there's nobody there. Eric Fluhoff dodging
Great
around.
defense by Mason.
Now let's see if we can get a ride on this defender. Get a body on him.
Fruland coming after him. Can't catch up to him. Defender gets past midfield.
Throws a nice clear.
And they are off. Nope, they're still on.
Good defense by Jake Young to
So Mason's
prevent
going to
that.
make substitutions here. They're going to settle this ball down to bring in a settled offense opportunity. You're going to see them go left to right again. At 36, Justin Miller, who never sees a shot he doesn't like, takes the shot, and it's wide outside.
boy, you know, I saw this team play against Lakota West a couple weeks ago, and they had 49 shots, Rob. 49 shots they took.
They
They just shoot the ball a lot.
They take the
that
shoot.
ball's live. Oh, the end of the quarter. I wondered why they were giving up on that, but that's the end of the third quarter, and it's Mason 11, Indian Hill 3. And
Mike,
this
you
has really been
cannot
more
come back in the
one-sided.
game when you give up more goals than you make yourself. The Braves made 1, they made 4.
Yep.
It's the story of the night. Mason just keeps coming at you. Very physical team. They're well coached. They play great team ball. They move that ball quickly. Their passes are crisp. They do make turnovers.
Yes,
we've
they do.
tried. We just haven't been able to capitalize on it. They've capitalized on the turnovers that we've made.
Well, I've noticed that when they make a bad pass, or when they make a ball goes on the ground because of a bad pass or a poor catch, it's picked up more times than not by them. So then it really isn't a turnover.
No.
It doesn't go the other direction. When we lose the ball or drop the ball or make a bad pass, it seems like it always goes back to Mason.
And one thing I want people to notice when we come back out here in the fourth quarter is watch how crisp and hard the Mason passes are to each other, and then watch the Indian Hill passing. And what you're going to see is a team that trusts the receiver of the ball and a passer that's going to put it right on the mark most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, and they're not afraid to throw in tight spaces.
Well, I think they're doing something that I've seen done before, but it's usually only done at the college level. I've seen some Canadian teams do it. They're passing to a spot. They're not passing to a player.
Right.
The player's expected to be there
Yep.
because that's where they're supposed to be. And I think these guys, I see a little bit of that in Mason, where they'll dodge down the alley one way, and they'll just turn around and they'll rip it to the middle, and you're wondering, where is he going with that? Sure enough, there's a guy there to catch it, because that's where the guy's supposed to be, and he is there. It's very disciplined.
It's a big school, big lacrosse program, biggest in the city. This is a team that feeds 50, 60 guys into the freshman class every year. And they actually cut kids from their lacrosse program. Where at Indian Hill and a lot of schools, there are no cuts. Mason actually cuts kids from their program.
There's again Patrick who wins the faceoff, but Zach Holliday is a very, very good LSM, and he comes in from the wing. He's got a really good stick.
Beach gets it up to Holliday.
Oh, that's 47. That's Josh Damge. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
And he's going to take a shot and score. Low off stick.
That was
Cam doesn't even see it coming until it's too late. So quickly we go to 12-3. Again, I'm not liking the Braves transition game either on defense or on offense, Mike.
Yeah, just on offense, it doesn't seem like we've gotten into a rhythm all night. We're just moving the ball, and it seems like
I'm not sure how to pronounce
his name.
And he's going to take a shot and score.
It looks like it's coming very easy to Mason, but it's because of that crisp, quick ball movement, Rob. That's how you do it.
And you know, to Cam's credit, he's taking shots that are very difficult.
Patrick has lost the face-off clean, which I don't think that's happened yet tonight.
McMillan with a great save.
Oh, that's got to be a push.
Our defense gets the ball to McMillan, clears it out to
Jackson Barngrover, brings the ball up the middle.
You got to get rid of it quick, guys. Got to get rid of it quick. These guys will press you hard. Fluhoff's going to take it around to the X. Braves looking to get this ball settled in.
Cole Warbrick takes it up top, brings it around to Otto Ackerman. Otto Ackerman's going to bring it down the right side.
We're running a little bit of an invert here with Owen Taylor back behind the cage.
Here's Jimmy Burnett running it back to X, all the way back around to Eric Fluhoff. It just seems like nothing's coming easy for the Braves tonight. There's an open shot. Hesitates, doesn't take it. There's a shot to the head. There's got to be a flag there, but there isn't.
Ref says it was an accidental glaze off of his.
Accidental glaze. The glaze. His eyes are accidentally glazed over on that one, Rob. That was a pretty hard hit.
Jake Young in. He's going to get the ground ball.
There's an example of a poor clear. Kicks it over to Owen. Owen had Fluhoff very briefly on the crease. Comes around left, shoots, and scores. That's
the rocket. Owen Taylor with a left-handed rifle shot.
That's the first time that we've taken advantage of a broken player transition tonight, Rob. And
here comes Taylor. You'll see him get the ball. Briefly, Fluhoff in the center. Disappears quickly. Taylor gets his defender off balance and takes a great shot. So out at the face-off X is the freshman Patrick Ferris again. In the wings, we got Alex Major and Jake Young with the long stick.
So Brady Smith, number 20, facing off for Mason. Has had a tough time with Patrick tonight, but Mason is, in this half anyway, has been coming up with a lot of loose balls. They must have made an adjustment and said, we're not going to win. And there's Patrick coming through with good hustle.
Great face-off by Patrick Ferris, keeping his composure, getting this ball down to Fluhoff. Fluhoff's going to settle it in to Owen Taylor, who again is inverted at attack right now.
Kicks it over to Jimmy Burnett. Jimmy Burnett kicks it out to Davis Wilson. Davis Wilson to Otto Ackerman. Otto Ackerman's going to take a run, spin it back out to Davis. Davis is going to run into trouble. He's got to get out of there, and he does. And it worked his way right into a double team, and luckily spun around and got away. There's Owen Taylor bringing it back around. Does a little inside roll, goes inside and scores again.
Taylor again, and there's the flag.
Now,
finally.
There's a flag because he was.
So the Braves are going to go man up on a great goal by Owen Taylor as he cuts into the crease, gets his defender behind him, and scores as he's
That's a technical, so that's been wiped out, Rob.
Push with possession.
It was a push. It was technical foul.
Here comes the replay. Let's see if his stick is exposed. So you can see Taylor beats 50.
Officials wave off the flag due to the goal.
Okay, that's a push.
It
with
is.
Possession.
It's a push with possession.
That's a good call by
the flag came out awfully late, but the penalty happened before the goal. So I was going to say, if the penalty happened after the goal was scored, that should be not only a penalty but a free clear.
So Ferris is going to go for the face-off again here. It's now a 5-12 game. The Braves are down with
Patrick
9:22.
pops it out clean.
And Mason's.
The depot reached out and snagged that ball.
Fans are asking for an early, that he released early.
He didn't, though. His feet weren't over. And there's another goal.
No, they wave it off.
Oh, he's in the crease. He's in the crease. Pushes it up to Brent Irvine, who goes around the wing. He's going to come up the side, gets it across midfield. Is he going to be able to get his touch here?
He's lucky he didn't
get a ward there. That's legal in football, but here's Eric Fluhoff trying to do the same thing.
And he's going to shoot and score!
Eric Fluhoff, the natural lefty, with a really nice right-handed shot to the lower corner. So this is better, Rob. We're getting a little bit of activity and a little action. It might be...
Yep, let's get that replay. You'll see Fluhoff beat his defender again, just like Owen Taylor's.
Oh, wait, did they wave that off? Apparently they did.
No.
Well, they gave the ball to the Mason goalie, and away they go. There's no face-off, so they must have waved that
They did end up waving it off.
Huh.
I want to see that replay when we get a second.
Now we really want to see the replay. .28 comes down with a shot.
Saved by McMillan.
Oh, got to get on that. Kai Knorr comes back and
kicks it into the goalie.
Again, a very sloppy clear. A nice save by Grant Gottdiner, and Evan Youngblood right behind him to pick the ball up.
That was great heads-up play by Gottdiner.
That was nothing short of a trick play. He was running at full speed, put his stick on the ball to stop it from going out of bounds, and Evan Youngblood was right behind him to pick it up.
I want to see the Braves go to that left side again. They've found a way to beat this defense by roll dodging on the goal line extended and beating their defender and coming in with a great quick
Here's
move.
Owen back at X again, inverted. Working his way around.
Taylor's going to come around. He's going to spin.
He wants to shoot again. I can see it.
And he's going to.
He gets the ball knocked loose.
But Braves come up. Fluhoff comes up with
comes up with a loose ball. This is a transition, or this is a broken play now. I'd love to see
Fluhoff
back out top to Davis Wilson. Davis to Otto Ackerman. Those are the situations that you got to take advantage of when the ball's on the ground and it's a little unsettled. You can get some quick scores out of that, and that's exactly what the Braves need, is some quick scores if they want to get back into this. With 7 minutes to go in the game.
So, folks, the temperature here at Brave Stadium is about 47 degrees, so it's a lot
nice
different.
Feed. Oh,
great save by Beach.
Nice shot by Chuck Long off of a really nice feed from Otto Ackerman, but the goalie made a really good save.
You know, Mike, Mason Lacrosse, just so people have an understanding of how good their defense is, in the last 6 years has put 12 guys in Division I lacrosse. 3 guys have been named Rookie of the Year in their leagues as freshmen. And that is just how good the Mason defense is. And, you know, these Braves need to figure out a way to keep control and methodically break them down, because they are beatable. But you got to do it with good passes.
You've got to take advantage of their mistakes, and thus far we haven't done that. They've made enough mistakes that if we had taken advantage of them, this would be a much closer game. Jack Speck works it around. They sure pass the ball around well, but situations like that should have been our ball. It went on the ground, and instead
McMillan with a great save.
Now
McMillan comes up with it off a Justin Miller shot, gets it out to
Jackson Barngrover, throws an interception all the way across to
Kai Knorr coming back to help out. Great defense by Jackson to get that ball back down so we can go into settled play.
Kai Knorr on Xander Wells in the corner, pushing him out. And Justin Miller with the ball out top, kicks it back out to the quarterback, Jack Spreck. He swings it over. Is it 28? 28 Eric Thomas on the right wing down to
Thomas coming out.
Xander Wells, who's kind
make
of
a
inverted.
Substitution here. And it's an errant pass. Can the Braves come up with it? We have to come up.
Should be over and back
and
if it's
over
not.
and back.
So Jimmy Burnett comes up with the top and a quick restart, and away we go. Again, here's the transition. Let's move the ball, guys. Move the ball. Owen Taylor rips, and it's backed up by Mason.
Here's the goal that got taken away by the Braves. See, Fluhoff comes around. And I think we're going to cut away from the replay here and get back to live action.
Jack Spreck brings it up the right side for Mason. Steps in the box to get his touch. Kicks it over to Miller. Miller retreats back out to the top. Back to Spreck. Doesn't appear that Mason's in any giant hurry here with 4.5 minutes left in the game. They're just going to burn a little bit of clock, I think. Spreck comes running up the middle, and again they seem
that was deflected off one of our defenders.
That's going to be a shot.
Yeah, let's hold off.
Spreck
We're going to hold off on that replay. We'll try to get it because I think the Braves have 6 goals, to be honest with you.
Here comes Noah Harrison around the side, and a nice interception by Cam McMillan. Just sticks his big deep hole up, or
gets it out to Gottdiner, who's going to bring it across midfield,
on his way.
Pushing it up the field, going to try to get it into the box, gets the touch, and quickly dumps it to Fluhoff, who's going to bring it around to the X.
Look, we got Cole Warbrick wide open at the top.
That's going to be a turnover.
Nope. Oh, yes.
Nope. Taylor's going to come up with it.
Comes up with it back at the X, behind the goal. Fires it across. Jimmy Burnett hits the pipe. That hit the pipe or hit the goalie stick?
It hit the goalie stick.
Okay.
I'm going to credit Beach with a save on that one. So the Braves are down 5-12 with 3:21, taking a shot, which was a great
Justin Miller
eyes.
coming up, firing a shot high to high, and it's over the top.
Here comes the replay on the goal that I think was robbed of Indian Hill.
Is that R-O-B-B, robbed?
Here comes Fluhoff.
Coming around the corner.
Fluhoff comes around.
Rolls out. What in the world would they have possibly called there, Rob? What could they have called there?
I
he
have
wasn't
no
anywhere
idea.
near the crease.
That should have been a goal.
I don't know what that call was. I'd be curious to find out.
Well, I think the Braves are down 6-12. The refs have said it's 5-12. We'll show that off to the refs after the game so they can see their mistake.
They must have thought he touched the crease on his previous dodge, because he certainly didn't come anywhere near the crease.
Yeah, but we've got it on tape. He did not touch the crease at all anywhere in that.
So here's Otto Ackerman bringing it down the right side, and he's going to go back to X. Owen Taylor's going to come out to the left side wing, dumps it across.
That time he's in the crease.
He is in the crease, and they're not calling it.
I guess they think he got pushed that time.
Well, he may have, but I'm not so sure he wasn't going in anyway.
I just don't like the way we ride. I mean, they get down here way too easy, and it's going to be a turnover.
No, it's not.
Nope.
They got lucky. The guy coming in from the box, Sprecht, who comes in on every offensive possession. That's one of the things that I've noticed that I was thinking we might be able to take advantage of, Rob. Mason substitutes almost like a box lacrosse or a hockey team. They substitute on every single possession immediately. They don't wait to settle the ball. They don't.
It's going to be a turnover caused by Gottdiner, who brings the ball up. We just cannot get.
Can't keep the ball in our stick. That was a good stick check by Mason. But there was a situation where Gottdiner came up with a loose ball, was running up the field.
Gottdiner had a great check against the Mason guy. There's another great check by Knorr.
And this one's going
Gottdiner's going to pick it up. Gottdiner's going to get.
He's going to get stick checked again if he's not careful. He goes the other way. He's shooting, and it's off cage, but it's backed up by Owen Taylor. So Indian Hill's going to keep the ball.
As Gottdiner goes jogging back to the other end. Great defense by the Braves that time. couple great stick checks, good ground balls.
Owen Taylor across
And-
no, that's Chuck Long. Are they going to let this one stick? Looks like it is. This one counts.
So, folks, I'm going to call this a 7-12 game. And here comes the replay of Chuck Long's goal off an assist by Owen Taylor. Great heads up by Owen Taylor on this assist. You'll see it come from the right side to the left where
Chuck
Long is wide open and just dumps it right in.
That's, again, that was a very nice goal, and haven't seen enough of that tonight from the Indian Hill side.
Great ball movement by the Braves, but not enough, a little too late, as they would say. And we got Patrick Ferris back out at the X, who wins the pinch again, but is not going to get the ground ball.
And Mason's LSM, this kid's going to be something. The ball's down. And Patrick may come up with it yet.
No possession yet.
Brent Irvine comes through to get the ball. Scoops it.
And it goes out of bounds on Irvine. It's going to be Braves ball. No breaks. 49 seconds left here in the game, folks, as the Braves on a chilly Wednesday night, senior night here at Tomahawk Stadium, are going to go down 6-12 to the Mason Comets.
Xander Wells is just a freshman. He's at attack, just working the ball around and back to Jack Spreck.
And Mason's just going to try
carry this ball.
Yeah, they're just going to try to kill the play,
Just
keeping it
around.
keeping it active.
I'll bet you if it goes to Noah Harrison 27, it's going to be a shot. What do you want to bet, Rob?
He's going to dodge.
I'll tell you what. I haven't seen him not shoot yet tonight. Oh, there he passed. That might be worth a replay.
As we wind this game up, not a way the seniors would like to end their senior season at home, but it's a 6-12 loss by the Braves to the Mason Comets.
All right, that was somewhat surprising and I guess disappointing effort tonight. I think the Braves looked a little bit sloppy, but I got to give Mason credit. They looked like the team that we've seen on tape. They're very crisp. Your comment that they pass very quickly and very hard. They pass sharp, hard passes with purpose.
And like you said, to space.
To space.
They
They're
expect
passing
their
to a
teammate
spot.
to be where they're supposed to be on the pass.
It shows that they practice that in practice, and they know what they are expected to do, and they know where they're expected to be. And
so the Braves have one more game, I believe, Mike, against.
Have two more games. We have Oakwood on Saturday, and then next week is our finale against our arch rival Marymount.
Is that a home or away game this year?
They're both away games this year. We're going to travel all the way up to Oakwood on Saturday, and then down the road to Marymount next week. And I can't remember which day it is next week, but it's that's our last two regular season games, and then we'll be looking for the postseason.
So the Braves lose here tonight, 6-12 on senior night at Tomahawk Stadium. It was a cold, chilly night. I'm Rob Young with Mike Fruland, and we'd like to send a special thanks out to our crew at the Indian Hill Television Network. Our director, Zach Young. Graphics by Alex Pregel. Camera by Justin Berger. Kyle McSorley, Brent Plummer. I'm Rob Young with Mike Fruland in the booth, and our special thanks to Mr. Dupps and Steve Genn, who has made this possible. This is the Indian Hill Television Network signing off. Another night at Tomahawk Stadium. Take care, folks.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.